Do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image people see you as?
Let's see. Do I think the
I say
image?
yeah, but no for me.
Do I think the image that I have of myself, people have that image of me?
Mm-hmm.
I think yes and no.
Yeah.
I think yes because I feel like I present myself the way I want to be received,
Mm-hmm.
but no because I'm always going to look at myself a little bit higher than I really am. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah.
I say yeah, but no. Kind of the same thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's to the point when you look at me, you see what you get.
Yeah.
No, you get what you see.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what you see. But at the same time, you don't know my future self.
Right.
Like, you don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What I dream of. You don't know,
Exactly.
like, my visions.
Exactly.
Things like that.
So you probably
yeah,
like,
but
why is she walking this way? Why is she talking this way? Why is she acting this way? But it's like, because I'm like, I'm being her, my future self.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, like,
Exactly. So,
I agree with that.
one important thing we don't need to forget
What?
is our name change.
Oh.
And how did it come about?
Yes. So if you have not noticed already, our name is now SincerelyTheWares.
For sure.
And I'm excited about it. I want to know how y'all feel about the name, but like I'll just go ahead and just kind of explain a little bit of why I changed the name or why we decided to go with SincerelyTheWares. Honestly, I was in the car.
Yeah.
And I was headed somewhere about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And I normally do this thing where I like talk to myself. And I was talking to myself and we were on a like interview, live podcast show, something like that. And they were like calling us out to speak. And then they were like, we love the name change. Like, what made you guys change it to SincerelyTheWares?
Are we on TV right now?
Yeah, something.
Okay.
I was like, SincerelyTheWares?
Uh-huh.
And then I started talking back, like, honestly, I just felt like, and then I explained what I'm about to explain to you. So I sent Jaquan a voice message. I was like, I think we're about to change the name from Waiting with Where. And honestly, he was like, I actually was thinking that already.
I was.
Like, didn't know what to name it next, but was thinking that. And I feel the same way. Like, I was thinking that it was time for a shift. It was time for a change, but I didn't know what to name it. And so, SincerelyTheWares ultimately came from that little vision, talking to myself in the car. But what I said about it is that Jaquan will go in further detail about like just our transition. But I'll just say, just as far as the name, I just feel like what we speak on this podcast is we're just like having a conversation.
Yeah.
We're just having a conversation with ourselves, a conversation with our audience, our generation, and others. And I feel like we're just talking, we're just engaging, and everything we say is like a love letter to our people. And we are just sealing it with love.
Yeah.
Like we ending the conversation in love.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's SincerelyTheWares after every conversation.
So, I looked up the word sincerely.
Oh, really?
And it means a genuine way.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
For why we changed it and for what's to come.
Yeah.
I also think the transition part of it was we just in a new season, and it's time for that transition to happen. Because Waiting with Where, a beautiful thing, that's the thing that changed our life, and we just wanted to share it. But I think you said it the other day when you was talking to somebody, and they was asking, what is sincerely no, you was talking to me. And I was just like, what is SincerelyTheWares? And you was like, at this point, it's a brand.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think that's
What
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's a brand.
Facts.
But,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No. I was going to say something that you said before. Go ahead.
Oh, but yeah, to go back to the season, I just think I just know that the waiting season for us and what was putting out there is over.
Right.
And we wanted to basically make our season match for what we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we'll also always talk about what changed our life, which is
right.
waiting.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, and it's like waiting was just a part of us, right? Mm-hmm. Like it was a part of us. It's a part of our story. So it's never going anywhere. But also, if you are like an audience and you're new to us and you stumble across our videos, our conversation, and I love that definition. Like, I know that's like the real definition, but like it's just a genuine way to have conversation. And that's literally what I even said the other day. Like, I just want us to kind of lead with love, conversate with love. Like, I just wanted to be very genuine and come off like, I remember we had a conversation before and I was sharing just that, like, we're not trying to, you need to be waiting. You need, right. We're not trying to stuff something in your mouth or in your life. It's just like we're sharing our life so that our life will be a testament of what God has done to us. And this is certain conversations and things that we have. And then it comes off with love. Like, it just is a conversation with love. And y'all, I was just like, when we go speak, because Jaquan and I are going to speak, right? And when we speak, I just wanted us to be introduced as the wares, like, you know, because there's layers to our story and our story is not even done. Like, that was our waiting season in one area where we were waiting to get married, but we also are going to have multiple waiting seasons. Definitely. Like, you're going to have another testament, another, you know, and I just didn't want it to just be there. So it's like like, this is our story, the wares. And we just sincerely signed in with love. Yeah. So, because like I said, we will be speaking. So just, you know, in Delusion, we already know that. We've already done those things.
We already talk about it.
We
already have spoken.
Yeah.
In our mind.
Yeah.
We have traveled the world and spoke.
Yeah.
We did everything. We've been on the biggest platform and spoke. Our brand is everywhere.
Yeah.
Just Delusion.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about Delusion real quick. I've said the other day, Delusion will really take you places.
Definitely.
Like, don't be so caught up in reality to the point where it's just like you forget to even dream a little bit. Like, I'm right here, right now. I don't have this, right now I don't. And you just begin to go for that thing because let me tell you something. I am probably the queen of delusion. And it sounds cute now, but like, I've been delusional, okay? Yeah. And I'm just like, thank you, God, for sending me a husband that's like half delusion. Because Jaquan and I, we've always just like spoke things that weren't even true. Like, matter of fact, babe, look up the definition of delusion, please.
Okay, cool.
Please look up the definition of delusion. Like, Jaquan, we used to be like, we did not have a house, right? And we used to be like, go in the other room, like just making sure we're saying, oh, we have multiple rooms. Like, go in the other room and da-da-da-da. And Jaquan be like, I'm finna go chill downstairs. We don't have a downstairs.
We don't even got a house.
We don't even have a house. And like, we would walk into these houses and tell people like, oh, we're both entrepreneurs. We work for ourselves. I was a full-time state employee. Definitely. Jaquan was a full-time worker. Like, what are y'all talking about? And then the other day, Jaquan was like, do you got a definition?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead with the definition.
Characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality.
See?
That's us.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's not like us. Let me tell you, Jaquan got up the other day and we were in real life getting dressed, but where were we getting dressed for? I don't even remember.
I think a show.
Oh, okay, we were getting dressed because we were recording a podcast episode, and he was like, "I gotta hurry up and go because my flight leaves in, let's say, at 6 a.m. Or whatever like that." And he was like, "But I'm gonna meet you back at this place that we were supposed to speak." Delusional. Yeah. And then I was like, "Wait, but what time do your flight land?" Just like that, like. I wasn't like, what are you talking? I was like, wait, what time did your flight land?
Yeah.
He does not have a flight. Nobody has booked him to speak, and nobody has booked me to speak. Girl, what are you talking about? Like, we are, but I love that for us because to me, I feel like Delusion. Tell me what y'all feel about Delusion. Like, don't be too extreme, but when you just have that surface level delusion, I feel like it just allows you to dream, like, and dream like a child. And I feel like I don't ever want to lose that. Like, I don't ever want to stop believing that things can happen for me or that things can, and like the most craziest thing, like how we all used to, if y'all didn't, oh well, have like an imaginary friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that was just the
crazy,
purest
though. That
form
ain't delusional.
of.
That's crazy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Imaginary friend. You ever had one of them for real?
Yes. You never had an imaginary friend?
For what?
Y'all let me know. Have y'all ever had an imaginary friend? Because I can't be the only one. I got to ask Twitter. Because, see, Twitter be with me 24/7. Like.
But let's still go to, like, delusional. Give me a delusional life right now.
First of all, it's so many areas. Like, delusion in what area?
Where are you right now?
Oh, me and my husband, we're married, and we have been tired, y'all. We just been booked and busy, okay?
Yeah, how easy it is.
Look, and then she gets in characters just like this. But just booked and busy. Like, we work for the church, and, like, we're doing that, and we're serving, and then we're having, like, speaking engagements all over. We just flew in yesterday. Mm-hmm. So dedicated that we came this morning. It's 5 a.m., like, in real life.
For real.
We got up 5 a.m. We're recording for the podcast because this doesn't stop. Like, y'all have been supporting us from the beginning. This platform has just grown tremendously. Lives have been saved. Mm-hmm. It's just, I mean, I feel honored to even be coming on this platform to speak,
Shout to the production team. Y'all doing an incredible job.
Yes. Hair and makeup this morning was so fun. Mm-hmm. So fun. Yeah. I love it here.
Nobody behind the camera. We set this up.
It's nobody behind the camera to the point where Jaquan has been.
We definitely gonna have a production team for sure.
Oh, for sure. And
like,
hair and makeup for me.
For me, I need a personal barber.
Oh yeah.
I need. I know I'm gonna be traveling. The thing is, I remember this girl prayed over us one time, and she was like, I forgot what she said. She was basically like, don't let them work. Mm-hmm. What she say? Don't let them work too hard. Or
she was
like
yes, bro. She don't even know what she was saying.
Like, it's to the point in my life where I don't want to be. I definitely want to be booked and busy.
Booked and productive.
Yeah, booked and productive.
Right.
Not booked and busy.
Right.
Yeah. At this point in my life, and when we continue to grow, I definitely want to be booked and productive. Mm-hmm. Like the whole cluttered schedule, I'm over that. And I don't even have a cluttered schedule now. But when I get to that point, I'm going to make sure I still, like, my life is still easy going.
At ease, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like, I'm not going to feel like just being cluttered all day.
No.
And God is going to make a way for us to be booked and productive, but still have just an easy life.
Right. I'm
good on the busy.
Yeah, I don't want to be busy.
I'm good on the busy.
I realized, like, I think my first year in entrepreneurship that busy just was a fluff word.
Yeah,
like,
fluff,
I never wanted to be busy. Like, now I want to be productive. And that's when I started 5 a.m. mornings. Like, let me get up, do what I got to do. Literally want to be done with the day by noon.
Them facts.
Like, and it also goes to, like, you got to really know yourself. Like, really pay attention to your body and stuff like that, because I realized that I am my most productive self in the morning.
Definitely.
So there's some people who are most productive midday. So, like, do all the hard things midday. I'm most productive in the morning. So I need to knock out all the hard things in the morning. Like, if we need to record, it needs to be in the morning. If I need to think in the morning. By 12, I'm, like, mentally drained, and I just want to do tasks. Like, when it gets to noon, after lunch especially, I just want to do the things to get the things done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking those things need to be like, oh, edit this video or da 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 da. Like, not the things that require my brain.
Yeah.
I need to do the brain work early on.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
I told you this about 2 days ago. I said, bruh, it's so important for us to live out every single season.
Yes.
And do you think we overdid waiting with where? I know we had a season, but do you think we overdid it? Like, do you think Sincerely the Wares should have been just a little bit earlier?
Nah.
Or you think it's in the right spot right now?
Right spot, right time.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I say that because, for first, let's go back to what you just even said about living in every season, though. And I feel like, though we weren't waiting for sex anymore, I feel like we were kind of waiting to be released. And I didn't know that then, but I get it now.
That's
like,
good, though, what you just said.
like, we were waiting to be released. Like, and I don't think me and Jaquan, like, we've been like really intentional about, like you said, being in the season that you're in, like knowing what God wants for you in this season and things like that.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe that, like, I don't believe that I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that I was ready. Just because.
Ready for what? The switch?
This, yeah.
What?
Sincerely the Wares. Like,
okay.
I wasn't ready for it. And if I'm being honest, I think I've shared this in another podcast episode before, but God has, like, when we are praying and we're thinking, and I'm asking God, like, what is it? Like, what is it? And I never get a different answer. It's always the same thing. It's like,
Definitely.
and it just reminds me, like, God wants us to be doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he's not sharing what's next because we haven't done this thing and done it well and done, you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember you were saying the other day, Jaquan was saying that he was reading in Genesis and how God was saying after everything he had created, he was saying, and it is good. Mm-hmm. And I just personally believe, like, God hadn't said it is good yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I feel that.
that's just honest speaking. Like, you've ever been in a season where you feel like God is calling you, but you just like, can you please pick somebody else?
Yeah.
Like,
nah.
That's been me. Well, I was asking the people, but like, that was me at one point. Like, I'm just like, I don't know for sure if you're calling me, but then I really feel like you are, and then I'm like, but like, why me? It's that season, but why me? And so it's like, just like, go ask them, you know? And then you don't perform to the best of your ability per se. So for me, honestly, I feel like I thought Waiting with Where was done like a while ago. And I think that's why I wasn't giving my best, you know? And that's why, when I say Waiting with Where was done, I'm saying I didn't know Waiting with Where was to become something else. I thought it was like, well, that was Waiting with Where, and okay. So I thought that was done, and God was like, I've called y'all. I still need y'all. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, but what? I don't know what else to say.
I think for me it's opposite, because God has told me plenty of times that us as a couple, well, He's using me and you.
Yeah.
For something.
Yeah.
And first was the season of waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So even when the waiting season was over with, I always knew it was something else.
Oh, yeah.
Because He always just put in front of me that I'm not done with y'all.
Yep.
Like, you know how God can almost give you an end goal, but it looks like an end goal in the natural eye, but it's nowhere near the end goal. Mm-hmm. But the end goal that God have showed me multiple times is us really traveling the world speaking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was talking to my best friend one time, and I said, you know how we always be like, boy, I'm one of the ones. Mm-hmm. I said, you feel me? Like, I ain't even one of the ones no more. I'm just chosen.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I told him, I said, bro, we just chosen, bro. Like, and the importance of being chosen is you have to do what God tell you to do.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the other part of being chosen is like, I chose you for a reason.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You just not doing this just out of spite.
Yeah.
Not even spite. But you just not doing this just to be doing it.
Exactly.
I ain't give you the assignment just for you to just do it.
Like, it's not busy work.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not busy work.
Mm-hmm.
I really chose you to do this because I know what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So sometimes I even be like, can I really do it though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I really the person to do it?
Yeah.
But deep down, I know that I'm chosen.
Right. Yeah.
I know that we're chosen.
Exactly.
And I know the assignment that He's placed us on, and I know we can do it, and I know we can do it to the best of our ability.
For sure. And I feel like, honestly, just to kind of go back on what I was saying, like 100%, I've always known who I was. Like, I know that God chose me. I know that there's something inside of me, you know, and I've always known like Jaquan and I were to be, you know, and be like the visions that He's shown us in prayer and shown both of us, you know.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, I've always also played like,
Hold on, mic check.
mic check.
Oh, okay, go ahead. You also play like.
I've also always played like, you've ever like felt, it's so silly. Like, it's so silly, but I feel like so many people can relate. Like, you know God has called you, but you also, it's like, it's kind of like, okay, how you just said, like, you felt like you were one of the ones, and then you just had to realize, like, no, God chose me, right?
Definitely.
But like, why does that sometimes, for me, I've struggled with, I already know like my presence is very heavy, right? Like, I'm saying in kindergarten, 3rd grade, like, I'm begging the teacher, please put me as the caboose. Like, I do not want to be the line leader. Like, me being the line leader, it makes everybody feel uncomfortable. It makes everybody like, just put me at the end.
Yeah.
And then the end became the popular thing, and everybody wanted to be the caboose. Like, it, so that is another revelation that it doesn't matter where you try to run and hide. What's on you, it's on you. Like, God has called you, it's on you. But you're not thinking like that. So for me, it's like, I've shared this with my husband just in just total transparency. Like, I just want to be normal. Like, I just want to be normal. Like, I just want to work a 9 to 5, just get off. Like, I don't want anybody to follow me, you know, like, I don't want to lead. I don't, you know, and I've shared that, and it's just like, every time I even say it, it doesn't even sound right, y'all. Like, when I say it, I feel convicted. And I'm just like, but that was my truth. Like, and it was never like, and another thing is, it's never really what you feel. It's what you feel other people feel.
Definitely.
Because I've only said those things because I'm like, I know me leading intimidates other people. Or I know me being in this position, like getting hair and makeup and setting up for a bomb podcast when it's like, y'all acting like y'all got 1 million followers already, you know, but I already know God already said that He has a group of people waiting for us. So the number really don't matter. And I'm showing up as that, but it's somebody else is like, they acting like, you know, but it's like, also, why do you care what other people think, right? It's weird.
I even said that the other day about just like the number. You remember when I said that?
Yeah.
I'm at this point. I'm at a point where if one person get it, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really at that. I'm really at that point.
Yeah.
If only one person, if God can use us to change one person's life, I'm good. You feel me? I'm really at that point.
What is it you said that God was saying in Genesis? And it is so, like, and it is good. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like, if you do that,
if
just
I
do what
bless
I
you,
say.
when I
Please.
bless you with something, and when God blesses you with something, and He see that it is good, He will keep elevating you, just as He did the earth.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He will though. We see it. I mean, we see it in our life now.
Yeah, right.
He gave us an assignment, and he saw that it was good. Waiting, bro. Just waiting is just a huge part of my life, and I take it so serious. And when I talk about it, I'm so for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even my little brother texted me, right? And he was just like, bro, your life a movie. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, he texted me this yesterday. He said, bro, I really seen the transition. Like, I really seen your testimony, bro.
Yeah.
You living a movie life right now. And I'm like, bro, this ain't even me though.
Yeah.
Like, God really changed my life
Facts.
in every single way. Like, God really changed me and my wife's life. He gave us a word. We did it. We was obedient. And He just changed our life. And it's not about, and I'm not saying change our life financially.
Right.
I'm just saying just changed our whole
Like, I'm not
aura.
even the same person, like you just said.
I'm not even the same person. But yeah.
And I feel like in different, sticking with seasons, I feel like it's so crazy how in every season you just elevate even more. Because, like, already you weren't the same person. But now, I was sharing the other day, like, I feel like I've just met a whole different Jaquan since being in Dallas. And I just, it's like, it's so crazy how you never stop growing. Like, we know that to be true. Obviously, with age, with time, it doesn't stop. But it's just like, you never stop growing. And especially growing in God. Like, you never stop growing. Like I just said, like, He tells you that one thing, like, and you want to know, like, okay, but what's next? Or at least for me, because like I just mentioned, I am the hard-headed child, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I just want to know, but I'm so comfortable now in knowing, like, what God has laid out for me. Like, I'm so confident in it that it's easy for me to walk in. Like, I genuinely do not care what other people think, but like I just but I don't want to say that without saying I have once cared, which is the story that I just shared with you guys. Like, I have once said, like, God, please pick somebody else. And so I share it because I want you to know that whether you are in this season where you are very, very comfortable, like, I know what God has called me to do, I'm confident in it. I'm walking in it. I don't care what nobody else think. Like, I don't care if they think I'm too young. I don't care if they think it's silly. Or if you are in another season where it's like, I know God called me to that, but for some reason I'm not confident in it yet.
Yeah.
Both seasons are valid. And both seasons are true. And you can pray your way out of that season. Like, you can begin to ask God for the confidence to walk in who He has called you to be.
Yeah. I'm over here thinking about, so when I was growing up younger, I always knew I was going to be successful, right? Even when I didn't even have an encounter with God. I knew of a God, but
Right.
it was just self-confidence God has given me.
Yeah.
Like, I always knew I would become and be somebody.
Right.
And when I was younger, I thought it was sports. Thought I was gonna do something in sports, and when that didn't go as planned, I still knew I was gonna be somebody. I'm talking about always.
Facts.
It even got to the point where I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna become, but I know I'm gonna be somebody. Like, I really don't know who I'm gonna become, but I know I'm gonna be somebody. I'm gonna be successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of my family. Like, you can even ask my great grandma.
Yeah, she said
told
it
you that.
other,
She said one thing Jaquan have always said.
Wanted to just take care of his family. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking, well, I just want to tell somebody, even if you lost yourself in a season or things didn't go as planned, make sure you hold on to that thought.
That's good.
I think
You'll come back.
yeah, I think that thought always will hold you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then change your life. I ain't preaching to you or whatever. I ain't. I'm just saying, like, just change your life, bro.
Yeah.
Cause God got something bigger and stronger for you, your life.
Surrendering yourself and that thing, like, man, y'all. Yesterday, we were just sitting in a message that was
He went crazy.
just so good.
He went crazy.
Like, I couldn't talk yesterday, and now that I just brought it up, I feel like I'm back stuttering. But
Yeah.
it was just so good, and I just want to share this one part, and I want me and Jaquan to just touch on it because it just flows with what we're talking about. And Pastor Tim mentioned, and he was sharing the story of when God asked Peter for his boat. And it's just so funny because he was speaking and telling the story of him being this fisherman, which, okay, obviously his boat is very important to him.
That's the only thing that's important to him.
That is his
That's
identity, right?
Yeah.
And how God will ask of you, real casual though, like, God don't try to bully. He like, you either gonna do it or you not.
No facts.
And he just asked of him, like, okay, I need this boat. Like, and it was just so good because it was just a reminder of, like, God could easily take away the thing that we are, like, our vice or the thing that we identify with, you know, whatever. He can easily take it away, but instead he sincerely, like, he just genuinely just acts of it. And God just wants us to use that thing for him. Like, that's just so good. And so it just is a reminder to wrap up what I was saying earlier about just, like, me knowing I was called to lead, me knowing, like, my gift is influencing.
For sure.
But he's like, but I just need you to use, like, I can easily take it away, but I just need you to use that thing for me.
I want to be the center of everything you have going on.
Every single thing.